And indeed, good morning. We've already welcomed everyone present in our midst, and we take the opportunity, Jenny, of welcoming all of our friends online. And in case they don't realise where they are, where are we? We're right here. It's the Lighthouse, the House of Light, and we are of One Light Federation. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your commitment to Spirit to the Divine Mission. If you are probing, experimenting, you've only just found us, welcome. And to all of our friends having gathered here this day, let it be that, of course, we continue bathing in the elevated energies. And the elevated energies are the most important subject of all. As we head towards, and we advance towards, and we elevate towards that which is forthcoming. And you ask the question immediately, what is forthcoming? Well, stay tuned, wait for the next thrilling episode, as they say in the classics. But it is that a lot of this prophetic material has been forecast before. We know what's coming, and it is greater awakening, greater energy, greater elevation, greater enlightenment, and much more. A lot more divinity involved in the future. A lot more. And we all have the indications around us at these times where we have so many distractions, so many attempts where what happened? We are off rails again. Then we find we have to put ourselves back on the rails. Of course, these are all of the efforts, the distractions going on. We take them in our midst, and we almost take them as reassurance that we are on the right pathway, because there are attempts to block us yet again. Everything is totally normal, is it not? Good.
Yes, it is.
Good. I'm glad you speak. That's good. And so it is that we have that reciprocal approach. It is to be open and to be honest with everyone, as it is to be completely loving, open of heart. And then there is nowhere for anyone else to go. Open, open, open. Loving. Straight up and down. Very handy if you're a lift driver, isn't it? But it's straight up and down in the approach with the alignment, and we stay aligned with the divine, with the highest. If we find ourselves tested, we don't, on any occasion, allow ourselves to sink, or indeed, as was given to you this morning in your daily tuning, it is not in any way that you ever slip back or fall back into emotion. Emotion has no role at all. It can be quite detrimental, it can also be destructive. For when the human falls into emotion, out of panic and fear and distraction, what happens? The human dissolves. You lose your way, you lose the pathway, you lose your focus. It is to remain elevated. That is the approach, straight up there, straight up there. The effort, the difficulty is, of course, to remain above. Not as in, I am holier than thou, no. But as to be the inspiration so as to encourage and help others elevate, to join you at that level, in elevation. Isn't it a beautiful gift that as you extend your hand with love, others join you and elevate? You help them as a teacher, a master, a guide, a mentor. You help them elevate, just the same as the education system, where people elevate. It's to help people grow, help people up off their knees, to join you in the love and light of God, the divine loving light. You're quite welcome to speak. And so it is. We could go on, but we give you the opportunity and the invitation whenever you wish. But so it is. Again, this befits what has already been given, where we speak of the openness. Work together with others. Don't exclude, but invite into the midst. But do so only when you are aligned, elevated, and open of heart. In other words, what we have just said to you is, do not dump your load, your burden, on other people. God helps those who help themselves. This is true. Truthfully, God helps everybody. But God helps those who help themselves. So it is to help yourself, and you will find God will send messengers. You will receive the help and support to help you recover, heal, elevate. But don't have a situation or create or foster the situation whereby you don't help yourself and you expect that you can dump it on everybody else. Allow yourself to shine. This is God's desire. It's the divine wish that we all shine, no matter on which rung of the ladder we exist. It is the same right through spirit. We all shine. Look at all of the smiles coming on faces now. Wow. But let it be that those smiles are also seen on your hearts. For it is to be activated and actuated with love through the heart. Let everything you undertake, everything you express, everything in which you involve yourself be of love. It is nigh on impossible for you not to have judgment, because there is emotion amongst humans. But do your best to see and appreciate from the higher perspective. Be the wise one. Not in the sense that you build an empire of followers. That is not the goal. Just as indeed Jesus Christ, when he walked the earth, helped people. He didn't stay in one place or with one group of people. Certainly there were some who were close to him quite regularly. But he moved around. He taught as he went. He healed as he went. He motivated as he went. He elevated energy, the surrounds. He was a great master, a great mentor, a great inspiration. Not for one moment do we place ourselves as a replica, but let it be that we accept the opportunity and the invitation to indeed follow the examples, doing the best we can, lifting and raising vibration, extending that love, that support, that guidance, reinsurance, and everything else that we have already articulated. So let it be now that indeed, as we take a step just a little further back, we allow you now to bring in your team and communicate.
Thank you. And as was given this morning, as I was doing the tuning this morning, Spirit were making it very clear, and they kept providing me this beautiful vision of us standing on our stone, so to speak, our rock, our foundation. And Spirit kept reminding me the importance of remembering that which you stand is to be solid, that we have to have a solid foundation just as when we build a home. We need to have that solid foundation so that it will stand, that it will not fall down. We need it to be strong. And it is then that we believe that it is strong when we truly stand in our own power. And when we stand in our power, we are aware that we are aligned with the divine source. That power, that light, that love, that awareness that comes deep within, that I know where I am going. I know that I am firm in my belief. I know that as I stand present in the presence of my divine light, that I will make the right choices. For when we are truly aligned with the divine, it is all only of love. And it is then love guiding, love showing the way, shining the way, providing you with the vision, providing you with insight. We need to be aware of the signs all around us. For God is mysterious and God shows up in many ways. It could be a vision, it could be a phone call, a message, a sign through the sky. You just need to be aware of all that is taking place around you. And you remember that everything around you is preparing you for your path. You have that awareness that when you are firm on the foundational rock, that you know that you are on earth for an earthly role. But when you truly wear your light garment, which means when you are truly connected to the divine aspect of you, you are then aware that you are aligned, the divine will, aligned with the free will that you have as man to be on earth, to live the life. And when you have such faith and truth is aligned, you know that the truth of your birth is here to birth further as you continue manifesting day after day after day. As given many, many times, the importance of having a goal, a vision within you, letting that spark flutter, letting that vibration warm and excite you, inspire you for greater growth, for greater elevation. So wear your light garment with pride, knowing that you are indeed are focused and aligned. For when you are truly aligned with the divine, you cannot go wrong because it is perfectly aligned. And then you move into a state of trust. You trust that everything that comes on your path is an experience for you to have, to embrace. And when you truly recognize it as such, regardless of what presents, it is part of your learning, it is part of your growth. And as given, when we divorce ourselves from the emotion of it, because as we all know, we have life lessons and challenges, but when we divorce from the emotion that could pull us down through fear or disappointment or frustration, then we know that we can see it for what it truly is. We have greater perception and we perceive it as it is meant to be. And this is the blessings and the gifts that come to us when we see it for what it is. So we are perceiving through the divine eyes. This is part of my earthly lesson. I need this experience to grow so that I will be prepared for what else will present to me in days, in weeks, in years. We grow stronger and stronger, wiser, purer, day after day, and especially if this is our intention to do so. When we pray, giving thanks with gratitude for the blessings that are in our life, not to take for granted the blessings that we have. That when we give thanks every day, giving thanks, let it be that we are grateful, that we are even aware of the blessings that we have, that we can truly say, I am grateful for this moment. And when we are truly aligned, we find that we are excited for what presents, knowing that we are growing, and the foundation that we stand is firm. And as I was having the vision this morning during the tuning, I was aware that Spirit were making me aware that I was making sure that the foundation could not move or even crumble, that I was making sure that it was safe. And also Spirit said to put on the armour, in the sense, meaning when we feel that we are not capable or prepared enough for what has presented on our path, we put on a level of armour. Meaning as we allow ourselves just to bring forth greater light, greater protection, knowing that we are giving thanks to Spirit. Thank you for the strength. Thank you for the protection. We know that God provides what we need. But do we know what we need? That is what we're learning. We know God knows. So do you understand? This is why the importance of aligning with this truth. God, I know what you need, so thank you for providing. But if God just gives you that, how have you learnt? Because you didn't even know what you needed. We need to rise, to learn, to prepare, but to know what it is that is lacking at the moment. Whether it is strength or focus or trusting. We need to have that awareness and then give thanks to yourself for acknowledging what it is. But then give thanks to God for preparing you and providing for you. So we have that knowing that when we are aligned, that all that presents on our path is perfect for the plan, but also for the lessons that we have chosen to learn.
Indeed. What you say is wise, Jenny. It is to prepare, as you specified, identified, prepare the sacred space. Just as the builder will prepare and lay the foundation for the structure. Otherwise, what happens? Without the solid foundation, the structure crumbles and falls. It may last for a short time. It's exactly the same with us, with our spirituality. So in terms of preparing the sacred space, the foundation, the sacred ground on which we are to stand, what is the approach? What would you recommend for the benefit of everyone in preparing that sacred space? Many people don't know, don't understand. Some already know at least some of the process. So let it be that we take just a few moments. That was quick enough, right? And that's the approach with many. And that was a deliberate attempt at humour, but emphasising what takes place. For many of us do not in any way prepare. Many of us do not even engage in prayer or spiritual protection. Many of us expect the unexpected by virtue of the fact that we don't prepare. So let's articulate and give some advice on how to prepare.
Indeed. And I can take you back to a wonderful time many, many years ago when I woke and I looked up and I saw 3 letters huge above me. And the 3 letters were PIP. And when I looked, I was just in awe because it was so vivid. And I had to recheck to make sure that it was a P and not an R. So that it was PIP and not RIP. And then they said, these 3 letters are vital for spiritual growth. And so the first being protection. And so Spirit spoke about the importance of protecting, but what is it that we're protecting? We're protecting ourselves. We're protecting our energy because we are spirit beings. So we are protecting our energy. We need to be protected so that we don't pick up on other people's vibration that can deplete and drain us. It's the same as I'm sure we've all had experiences when we've been in the presence of other people or even on the phone, and all of a sudden you can feel your energy just draining. It's because we are energy. And so when we pick up someone else's energy that is of lower, or if they aren't in a good place, it can have an effect on us. So what do? We protect. And we just do this through the I, which is intention. Our intention is to be aligned with the divine, to understand that I'm protecting my vibration. So my intention is to be aligned and connected to the divine love and light. And the love and light provides what we need. And the third letter, the P, is for prayer. And so when we move into prayer, we move into heart. And we all know that to live is to live through the heart. So we are living through the sacred space of heart, through love, through intention, through alignment, through divinity, through understanding, through knowledge, through compassion. And when we move into the heart center, we become more aware of the divine within self. And it is this spark of light that will help give us the vision, meaning the understanding, the clarity, the wisdom. And so PIP, the PIP, and as Spirit said, the PIP is a seed, and this is the start of all creation. So we must remember that if every day I'm in my ball of light, I am in my ball of light, and if you cannot see it, remember it's the intention. I am protecting my energy because I love, respect and honor my energy. And it is very important because sometimes people don't understand that they have indeed picked up other people's energy, other energy. It could be you could even just be walking through the shopping complex and all of a sudden you could be tired, weary, having negative thoughts or having a headache or ache in the body. You have picked up a lower vibration. And so then again, it was because you weren't prepared. You didn't protect. Your intention and prayer was not in place. So you can understand how vital it is for PIP. So PIP is so important for everybody. In a way, you feel undressed without doing PIP every day. I'm in my ball of light. My intention is to be aligned with the divine. And I give thanks to God for providing and to have me be aware of all that is taking place as I embrace the blessings that come to my feet this blessed day. So therefore, we are giving thanks for what the day brings. And again, we realize that we've made a choice. We've made a choice to love, because doing PIP is loving. It's been sent from the divine to me to share. And so the PIP is vital for your spiritual growth, for your spiritual health, but also your physical health. It affects all of who you are. And as soon as you are aware, I'm not myself, or I don't feel right, you need to look at the vibration of you and cleanse it. Protect yourself. And then again, your intention is to cleanse through prayer. And even by moving our hands through our energy field helps cleanse our energy, because you can become aware, the more you work with energy, where there is blocks, where there's heaviness, and where you can transform it. And as you transform the vibration, it transforms to light, which is lighter, rather than the heaviness. Remember that you are a walking, healing light. And that is what you need to remember. that as you walk the earth, you are a radiant light. Let it be that you express this truth. And the more you move into heart center and bathe in the divinity, the more that you will radiate this light. And you will truly, when standing on our sacred stone, so to speak, that we are prepared to live this truth. And so now as we move into meditation, which is a superb way to embracing this wonderful wisdom that came from the divine. For it helps you have an understanding of how to move into heart center. And so now as you see yourself in a ball of light, and if you do not see it, just know that this is your intention. So just allow yourself to bathe, to surrender. So knowing now that you are in your ball of light. And knowing now that during this sacred time, that you are giving permission to release and let go of all distraction. Let all that go now and allow yourself to be peaceful. Allow yourself to relax. And now as you bathe in the peace, as you surrender to the vibration of light, becoming aware of the warmth moving through your back, a reminder that Spirit draw nearer to encourage you and to remind you that you never walk alone, to remind you to look what is before you and know and trust that your path has been prepared. And at this moment you become aware of a vibration not only in your back but at your feet. You become aware of the light at your feet, preparing your next steps. And you feel the vibration. And very peacefully you accept. And as you bathe in the living light that showers upon you, the living light that moves through you, the light that adorns you, as you feel the warmth moving through your body, becoming aware of a hand outstretched now to take yours. Be aware of your heart center as it expands further with the intention to hold the hand. And as you do so, you feel the love, the warmth, knowing that this hand is a comfort, but also the one with you is present to guide you. And it is now that the guidance is to truly feel the connection. Bathe in the honesty of all that is present. Bathe in the honesty within your heart. Recognize the calling. And at this moment, you give permission to be open and receptive to the guidance. You give permission to receive. And so you bathe in the Word, in the light, in the healing. And now before you is an open door, and the light shines forth, encouraging you to step forth. Again, you feel the warmth in your back, the encouragement of spirit, encouraging you to take those steps forward, to move through the open door. Look what awaits you. And as you allow yourself, you have the strength and the courage. You have the power. You allow the power of your light. This is the opportunity now. Knowing that you are not alone, that you enter through the doorway with the one with you who loves you. And here I am. I am of divine light, I am. I am bathing in the blessings of all that is present. I am peaceful, I am calm. And when you embrace now all that is present for you, you realize that it is spirit in all forms. It is alive. It is a vibration that nurtures you, that teaches you, that encourages you. It uplifts. It is dynamic. And in awe of all that is before you, never forgetting once that the one with you loves you and will continue to encourage you and guide you. Wearing your light garment, you feel the love expanding within you. You feel the elevation. And as you continue rising in love, giving thanks for all that presents, you understand that everything before you is a gift. Connect to one thing before you now. You choose. Just connect to one. Truly connect. Engage in the light. And feel the vibration. Recognize the strength and depth of this vibration, the connection, and all that is being shared at this moment is precious. And it is in the precious moment of love and light. That so much more is birthed. For you become aware and have a greater understanding of this sacred time. For indeed I am present in the presence of this light. And this light is teaching, is sharing, is nurturing. And the presence of love is strong. And at this moment, the one with you looks at you lovingly and asks, do you have a question for me? Allow your awareness now to be so alive. Have the awareness of love, acceptance, ask and you shall receive. Remembering that you receive in many ways, for all your senses are heightened. But receive it through heart. Trust in heart vibration, for it is loving and it is true. And as you continue to bathe in the exquisite beauty of spirit, you become aware that you are being embraced. Feel the embrace. Feel the love that is holding you, nurturing you. Bathe in the sanctuary that has been created for you. And as you feel the warmth in your hands, you remember that you receive and give all in one. You are the giver and the receiver. You are the light. And as you again bathe in the enormity of that which is loving you at this moment, let it be that this has inspired you to truly believe in all that you are, to truly know that you have the strength, the courage and the power, and the love to continue nurturing your goal. Here I am, bathing in the divinity. I am peace. I am love. I am alive. And you now feel the vibration at your feet, knowing now that Spirit prepare you to return back to the physical. But be aware of the blessings and to remember to have gratitude for all that you have experienced now, that the vibration is within your energy field. This vibration is alive and of you. So continue bathing, loving the experience, to be peaceful, to engage with Spirit, with love and gratitude, giving thanks for all that you have seen, felt, heard. You are richly blessed. Feel the shower of light over your head as it showers, cleansing your energy field, transforming all to love and light, so that you are being purified, that you stand firm on your stone, knowing that you connect to earth. And as you focus now on connecting to earth, as you bring your awareness back to earth, feeling earth beneath your feet, recognizing the strength of you. Feeling empowered, enlightened, enriched, knowing this time has truly helped heal you, for it is healing knowing that the light continues to purify and provide further guidance, assistance, and nurturing. And so now, as you take in a deeper breath, bringing your awareness back to the present, giving thanks for all that has taken place. Bringing your awareness back to the physical, moving fingers and toes, and then when you are ready, opening your eyes. Slowly come back to the physical. Let it be that you remember that all that has taken place during that sacred time in meditation, that this is how Spirit guides you. It is to realize that it is simple. that all you need to do is give permission to PIP. I'm protected, my intention and my prayer. And this will truly help you in everyday living. And it will help guide you. And you will have greater faith in yourself, not just in God. Spirit showed me this beautiful image this week of my spirit body stepping out of myself. And with the words, follow God. So it's showing that the spirit of us is pure, is loving. And then we are to follow. So if our intention is to follow God's plan, the God within us, everybody must remember that when we speak of God, God is of love and light. And so when that divine source that is within us guides us or steps out, and sometimes we're not even aware that this is taking place, because it just comes that the true essence of us knows this is what God would do. And it already starts to move forward. And then it's the ego self, the personality self, the physical self follows suit, if you can all understand that. So let God lead the way and you follow. And then you will always be aligned with the divine. It is to remember that we need to be so connected in the sense that every day value what we have here on earth. Opportunity to be more of this light. Learn. Recognize if you are coming from a place of God, which is love and light, or a place of the physical. And then unite the two. Remember the unification of spirit. Remember, the divine gave us that as our motto for One Light Federation. The unification of spirit. We are spirit living a physical existence, which means we are spirit first. And spirit is pure. So let the spirit self lead the way. And I truly believe that this is how the world will awaken further, in the sense of becoming more aware of the light within. And the more we align with this, the more we are engaging in divinity. So that it be that we all come together as one light. And Spirit said, sometimes, when we point our finger at somebody, we point our finger, if we do it like that, it's like we're firing shots as well. You look at, the symbolism. But when we point the finger at someone, Spirit will make me aware that we have three pointing back at us. So we all know, if we start pointing the finger at somebody, there are three fingers pointing back. But Spirit said that the fingers that are pointing back at us are teaching us something. So you can ask, what am I learning from what I'm accusing or abusing or pointing the finger? And so Spirit was speaking about how much we learn if we stop to become aware of our actions, but also to what we are, and as Gordon said about judgment. We judge because we're in the physical, but remember that we're also aware of what is taking place because we need to grow. So it's so important to be aware of everything happening. So when we're pointing the finger at somebody, recognize what we're learning, because the other three fingers are pointing back at us. Which means, what am I standing in at the moment? Am I standing in frustration, in ignorance, in anger, in whatever it is? What am I learning from myself to be pointing the finger at somebody else? It's really humbling. Spirit even spoke about being humble, because when we're humble, we acknowledge truth. And sometimes we need to recognize what is lacking with us at the present time during an experience. And this is where, again, we need to have a lot of love and respect to ourselves to acknowledge it. Honesty. Spirit has been speaking about honesty so much lately. because we need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be honest. Am I humble? Am I coming from a place of love? Do I really understand everything that's happening in my life now? Or am I blind? Am I distracted in other areas that I'm not really seeing the truth, or I'm not aligned with the truth? And so then I go off path. We need to make the right choices. And how do we make right choices? It's easy. We go into heart. We move into love. We become closer to God, closer to the love and light of our truth. As I said earlier, let the Spirit take the first step forward. So then we know we're making the right choice. Always, if you're hesitant, it's no. It doesn't mean no always. It could be not now. You're not ready. You're not prepared. This isn't the right time. Whenever we're hesitant, no. And that accounts for everything in life, in all ways. When we are hesitant, when we feel, oh, stop. Spirit is saying stop, not now. Listen to the signs. And then the more we move into heart center, we will then be more aligned because our intention is to be so. So again, next time you're pointing the finger, what are you learning? What are you learning about yourself? Because remember, you are the most important person in your life. And this is also love, respect, and honoring. Because when you allow yourself to grow, to become more enlightened, to become more loving, more accepting, wiser, purer of light, you are then not only helping yourself, but you are helping everybody in your life. So then you can truly say, I am present in the presence of love. I stand before you, I am here, I love you and I will nurture you. I will provide you the guidance, but it's coming from love. And sometimes we, because of love and honesty, we need to tell people truths. And sometimes it might upset them. But isn't it still coming from a place of love where we could say to them, please take this in the right vein. This is coming from a place of love. This is what is coming from my heart. Listen to the guidance. Become more aligned yourself. We need to be an example, an expression of what we are also teaching. But again too, when we're pointing the finger, we need to know that what I'm accusing you, how does that sit with me? Because sometimes that is the mirror. Meaning we can see in another what we need to learn about ourselves. So we can point the finger at them, but then hang on. Am I like this? Do I say this? Do I do this? How is it all affecting me? The only way we can grow is to have an experience. So we need to step out of comfort zones, in a sense, to even allow ourselves to have greater awareness of what is taking place. It is very important to be aligned. And when we're aligned, only truth survives. And when we move into heart center, we know that all that we are doing is coming from a place of love. And then we love growing, we love elevating, because that is why we're here.